Good morning guys, Buckwheat here. I am going to explain a dragon raid I did for Dark Wizards quick a minute because this is a very odd base, and if you look at it you would think it was pure luck in 3-starring this dragon base, but it was actually very calculated with the spaces and the gaps in the base. And I will explain how I did it, and hopefully you guys will be able to select bases and 3-star with your dragons too. So what to look for in a base for dragons is compact, the gapping to steer the dragons in to the center of the base. The air defense is close together. They can be centralized, they can be off center, doesn't matter, but you want them to be close because if they're separated, it will be hard. That is my bird's tail. Right there. He just turned around. That's funny. Ignore his tail. Turn around. Thank you. Okay, sorry about that. So, gapping. You can see gaps here. Here. These gaps are very, very important. This one. This one. This one, this one. Those gaps will prevent the dragons from going center. They will come in this direction, see that gap, and go either other direction. So, you've got to be very careful to avoid gaps like this if you want to drive your dragons center, which is what you do want to do. So you can't send the dragons in from this direction, because they'll come in, go around, they'll come in, go around, and your attack fails. It's very important here, between this storage, this mortar, there is just one space. Dragons are going to come right in. They're not going to go this way because there's a gap. Same thing here. Dragons are going to come in, go straight for that mortar. They're not going to go this way because, again, there's a gap. You can use those gaps to steer your dragons because they always attack the nearest target. Another important thing that I've had a lot of people ask me is never use ground troops with a dragon attack. Ever, 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 ever. If you want a good example of why not to use ground troops with a dragon attack, look at Odie's defense against Bodnar, who used 12 level 4 dragons, and there was like a wizard in his CC. Completely ruined the attack. More on that later. And CC troops will actually draw dragons into the base, because the dragons will see the CC troops, get distracted, ADD, they'll go for the CC troops. So if you had a ground troop over here, CC troops come down, dragons will go, ooh, and they'll go attack the CC troops. You can't ever get them back on par once that happens. So, attack from this direction, CC troops come out, the dragons will be just driven right straight in, towards the CC troops, towards the center of the base, towards the air defenses. Take care of that. I don't drop my Barb King until much later in this war attack, because I don't want the CC troops to go after the Barb King, for the before mentioned reason. So I actually drop him way up here, after the dragons are mostly into the base, because I don't want him getting in the way. So we will play this attack, and you will see what I'm talking about. I will fill in anything that I may have forgotten as the attack plays. I am cutting off the edges, as I mentioned in my other video. Again, that helps steer the dragons. You can use 2 dragons to do that, or if the CC is way far away from where you're cutting, you can use your Barb King. And then spread the dragons. Don't just drop them all in one place. It doesn't work very well. And like I mentioned, the dragons are actually driven right in towards where those CC troops are. Very helpful. Always use Rage. Rage will get them through the units much faster so they can take out the air defenses. Heals are virtually useless on dragons because they only pause the death of the dragons. They don't actually heal them. Whereas Rage makes them more powerful, hit harder, and hit faster. I had 3 Rages. I actually did not need the 3rd Rage because the air defenses are gone at this point. Typically you only need to worry about air defenses. Don't worry about the wizard towers. Or Teslas, really. Once the air defenses are gone, the base is yours. And I still have 6 dragons left. And my Barb King, who's having fun over in the corner there. Pretty much the base is mine at this point. We're just cleaning up. And if you watch the raid again, you can see how those gappings turn the dragons. They actually behaved very well for me this raid, which is why I'm recording it and explaining it, so hopefully it helps you guys. If you have questions, go ahead and ask me in clan chat. See you later.